As for now, more than 4,000 rockets were fired towards me, my family, and my friends. Yes, you heard it right. 4,000 rockets. Each one of these rockets is an attempt to murder Israeli civilians. Hey there, dear popaholics. So as some of you may probably know, I'm from Israel, and in case you have been living under a rock, we're basically at war for almost 2 weeks. Also, many of you who do know about the situation have sent me messages asking about my safety and how am I doing. So here I am going to first update you about my situation these days and what I was going through personally, and probably within the next video or so to explain you a bit more about the conflict between Jews and Arabs in this land for the past century. Okay, so what's going on with me? Then, as for now, more than 4,000 rockets were fired towards me, my family, my friends, and everyone, almost everyone that I know in Israel. Yes, you heard it right, 4,000 rockets. Each one of these rockets is an attempt to murder Israeli civilians. And as part of these traumatic events, I've decided to write everything that I went through on paper as part of me coping with the situation. So here we go. It's all started for me last Tuesday, May 11th, when we went to a restaurant in the north of Tel Aviv to celebrate the birthday of my girlfriend's mother. And while we were sitting there, even before the food we ordered came, suddenly we hear strong sirens. And as good Israelis, all of us understood immediately what does it mean. It means find a bomb shelter or lay on the ground within 1 minute and 30 seconds. And believe me, we're lucky. There are people who live closer to Gaza, which means they have only 15 seconds to run to the shelter. Anyway, very quickly you find yourself in a scene from a movie, running for your life as if it's the apocalypse. But unlike a movie where you eat fresh popcorn with butter and enjoy all the action and the angles of the camera, here you just run for your life. Your heart rate is on 200 BPM, and all you think in your head is, I just want to get to the bomb shelter before the rockets reach me. So we have made it to the shelter, looking at each other, making sure everyone is inside. And all the people that a moment ago were sitting around you in the restaurant are right now standing around you in the shelter. No more than 10 seconds pass and you hear rockets explode above your head and feel the vibrations from the explosions, hoping none of those rockets will hit the shelter because who knows, it was built decades ago. We look at each other and all of us have a look as if we are in a dream. I'm trying to pinch myself. No. It's not a dream, it's real life, and it's fucked up. My hands start to shake, I can't stop it. I try to find a wall to lean on to look cool as if I'm not stressed as fuck, and I find it, but no, I'm still shaking. A girl next to me can't stop crying and her boyfriend hugs her and tries to calm her down. Another girl cries and 2 men are trying to cheer her up. And me, I'm starting to receive videos of friends who couldn't find a shelter, so at least they filmed the rockets pass above their heads. It gives me a feeling as if I'm in control of the situation, but deep down I feel lost. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that maybe those are the last moments of my life. And in between I'm starting to think, what's with my parents, my brothers, my cousins, my friends? Oh my God. What's with Megan, our dog? She's home alone and she probably hears all these sirens and explosions and doesn't understand what's going on. We have to go back home and take care of her. But I can't do anything besides waiting in the bomb shelter till those rockets stop. I feel so hopeless. Okay, Ari, focus. Focus, you have to feel that you're in control. I start calling friends and family, sending messages, checking that everyone is okay. My phone rings. It's my best friend who lives in New York. Are you okay? he asks. Yes, I answer. I'm in the bomb shelter. I have to continue calling my family. I will update you. I call my brother. He's lying on the ground. The sirens caught him while riding his motorcycle, and there wasn't a shelter nearby. I'm calling my other brother. Where are you? I ask. I'm with Grandma in the bomb shelter at home, he says. Side note, by the way, all the new houses in Israel, basically it's kind of a basic requirement to have one of the rooms as a bomb shelter with thicker walls and a special door and window that can be closed and basically be a bomb shelter like any other bomb shelter. Anyway, I will continue. I tell my brother, wait then, where are mom and dad? They're on their way home, he says. Shit. Okay, be safe and take care of grandma and I will call them. I'm calling my dad. Where are you? I ask him. We are laying on the ground. It caught us in the middle of the road, he says. After an hour from the nightmares, the sirens stopped a bit, and we felt like now it's time to come back home to Megan. Me and Tal, my girlfriend, hop on the motorcycle, and instead of the highway, I ride as fast as I can through the city. At least, if there will be sirens, we can try to find a shelter, not like on the highway, where there are no shelters. My legs are shaking, my heart again on 200 BPM. I pray to God, let me reach home without sirens. Every green light brings me closer to home, and every red light means another 20-30 seconds delay. Hoping that it won't be the difference between hearing the sirens when we're outside to when we're at home near our bomb shelter. Finally, we reach home, run the stairs, open the door, and here is Megan, both shaking from stress and happy to see us. We kiss and hug and tell her that we're sorry she had to go through that by herself and promise not to leave her anymore. The adrenaline rush begins to calm down. Still not sure if it's a long nightmare that I'm going to wake up from, or is it real life? We managed to calm down, checking up with my parents and brothers, both home safe, my friends all safe. In the news they say that there might be more rockets into the night. Tal decides to try to go to sleep, but I can't even think about it. She goes to bed and I come after an hour, and she's still awake. She can't sleep. I kiss her and hug her and go back to the living room, watch the news. It makes me feel again as if I have control over the situation. 2:30 a.m. and I'm starting to think maybe I should go to bed as well. But first I have to take a warm shower to relax all the tension in my muscles. I enter the shower and the warm water indeed relaxes my muscles. Maybe I will wake up soon, I think to myself, and discover that it was just a bad dream. Suddenly I hear something, but I'm not sure what it is. I close the water for a moment and oh my god, it's the sirens. I jump out of the shower screaming, Tal, there are sirens. She wakes up, I grab a towel. There is no time to put on pants. I put a sweatshirt on as well and grab the scared Megan in my hands that doesn't understand what's going on while she was peeing on the floor out of fear. And we run all together to the bomb shelter, which is at the bottom floor of the building. Here we are, a bunch of tired and stressed out neighbors, some with pajamas, some dressed as if they were just waiting for the sirens, and me with a towel covering my balls and a sweatshirt on top. What an interesting combination. So we wait in the bomb shelter, and this time the explosions feel even stronger than before. And with every explosion, my heart rate spikes even more. Such a surreal feeling, I tell myself. We're sitting in a bomb shelter, both Muslim Arabs, Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews, even a family of Ethiopian Jews with 5 small kids, a scared pit bull, and a bunch of old ladies that, unlike their husbands who barely move, could somehow run to the shelter. And all of us, no matter the religion, color, race, or even species, pray to God that the next explosion won't hit close to us. Because the Hamas rockets do not discriminate between us and can hit both Muslims, Jews, kids, and even dogs. After about an hour, the rockets stop again, and each one of us heads to their own apartment with a tired smile that says, thank God we have survived it. Slowly the adrenaline levels go down, but still, I just can't even think about going to sleep, afraid of the thought that I might not hear the sirens while sleeping. I tell Tal to go to sleep first, and maybe after a couple of hours I will join. So I watch the news on the TV, and apparently there are already some casualties and 2 people who got killed. A bus gets a direct hit just 3 miles from where I live. Luckily, all the passengers ran away 20 seconds before the hit. However, unfortunately, one woman didn't make it on time and was killed by shrapnel. The time goes by, and around 5 a.m. another siren, and again the same movie. But unlike before, now I'm dressed normally, and Megan runs down with us instead of me grabbing 65 pounds of shaking pitbull muscles on my way to the shelter. And so for the course of the next 2 days or so, it continues just like that. I don't open my clinic, obviously. I can barely sleep, and I'm under constant stress. And if that isn't enough, then on the 3rd day of those bombings, the Muslim Arabs in the mixed cities and neighborhoods start with violent riots against Jews, injuring and killing many Jews, burning numerous synagogues, burning shops and restaurants owned by Jews, burning Jewish houses while people are still inside, and burning cars owned by Jews. And for a moment, you forget that 1 hour ago you were running from rockets. So this is what was happening in my neighborhood and in other mixed cities in Israel. And this is a video that was filmed actually by me from our balcony. Anyway, very quickly we understood that even the bomb shelter in our building isn't safe anymore, and both my parents and Tal's mom told us that we can come to them and stay for as long as we need till things will be better. So we grabbed everything that is important and some clothes, obviously, for the upcoming days, and went to Tal's mother in the north of Tel Aviv as if we were refugees. Now at least we can go back to fear only from the rockets and not from both the rockets and the hate crimes against Jews in our lovely neighborhood. And so since then we're staying at her mother's place. There is still a barrage of rockets here and there, and we're still running to the bomb shelter of the building. But slowly there are fewer and fewer rockets to Tel Aviv. However, there are still areas that suffer from rockets all day, every day, mainly southern to Tel Aviv. It took me about a week to start getting out of the stress levels that I had in the beginning, the kind of stress that prevented me from making this video and from editing new videos that I've filmed lately. And by the way, here is a video of us running to the shelter. Again, there is sirens. Megan, boy. Boy. You hear the sirens? We are not going down. Yeah. יאללה, איפה המקלט? מגן, אליי. מגן. איפה היא? מגן, איפה היא? נו, לך תביא. שמענו בום ואז הייתה המקרה. כן, לא, היו קודם הפסקות במרכז תל אביב. We're here in the bomb shelter. There is a siren right now. We have less than 1 minute and 30 seconds to enter. Everyone in their pajamas. If you hear the bombing, this was filmed, I think, after at least 10 times we ran to the shelter, so I was a bit less stressed and more experienced with the situation. in order to even remember that I want to film the entire thing to show you somehow, if it's possible, how does it feel. One of the most disturbing things that I was experiencing and kind of still experiencing throughout the entire time is that almost every single moment you're just waiting for the sirens to come. You don't want to be surprised, you want to be ready, so you wait all the time, which makes you even more anxious, but you can't help it. And every single sound that might sound a bit like the siren or a bit like an explosion immediately makes your heart rate jump through the roof. So for all of you wondering how am I these days, I hope this video sheds light on it. And if I'm already posting an update video, then I will update you on why I haven't uploaded so much time. I might tell the full story in one of the next videos, but in the meantime, I will have to sum it up. In this time period that I haven't uploaded anything, I had 3 of my close, very, very close family members hospitalized. 2 of them even at the same time. Also another 4th family member with serious mental illness suddenly out of nowhere. And eventually ending up losing my grandfather, who was just like my second father to me. During this time period, because of all this stress around those things, I had my anxiety disorder kicking in big time. Till the point that one time I even fainted and got hit on my head. So since then, besides what's going on right now with the rockets, I've been coming back to myself with the help of my psychologist, and hopefully as soon as those rockets stop, I will be able to upload many more videos, especially some that I've already filmed and I just need to edit them. That's it for today, my dear popaholics. I felt the need to share my situation with you, not only because I wanted to update you, but also because it's important for me to give you maybe another perspective that most likely you will never hear on the international news. But actually the main reason I decided to share it is because I felt that as part of my personal process of accepting and letting go of this terrible experience, I have to put it on paper and just let my heart speak out everything that it went through. So thank you everyone, and see you next time on the next video, hopefully with a more positive note. Bye bye.